So I know a lot of our viewers have already written in regard to Josh Duggar because he was found guilty this morning. He was on trial for 2 charges of possessing and receiving child pornography. Feds raided his office at a car dealership back in November and took his computer. His iPhone and MacBook were also taken from an RV. Prosecutors claim they found some images of minors below the age of 12. Josh faces 20 years in jail on each of the 2 charges and a $250,000 fine. Erica, you're shaking your head. What are you thinking?
I think that, there are a lot of people who are culpable when it comes to aiding and abetting this man. He was given a platform, he was amplified, and, it really speaks to me about why so many people stay quiet about especially their acute childhood trauma. Survivors speak up and they're vilified. When children speak up, they're told that they don't understand what they're saying.
Yep.
Children understand what they're saying, and it really bothers me a lot because so many people are so vocal about making sure that this population who has been traumatized and preyed upon aren't heard. The reason why people feel this way, and I know I'm going to offend some people, that's very intentional because I'm talking to you. When you have people in your own families, it's very difficult to say, this is wrong and we need to help protect our most vulnerable population. When you know that your dad, your grandfather, your uncle, your little boyfriend, even your sister, whoever it is doing this in your own home. Yeah, it is really hard. I understand that I've touched a nerve, but these children are our most vulnerable population. They need to be protected. And if you aren't going to do that protection, then get out of the way of those who are. This should have been stopped years ago.
15 years ago.
How many victims would not be victims had anyone spoken up and said, there is something that's not right here? You see something, you say something. How do you look at a 5-year-old?
Thank you.
A 5-year-old and know that someone is preying on them, and you can tell because they are displaying the behavior. If your 5-year-old is displaying overtly sexual behavior, you need to be asking questions. Where did you learn this?
Right.
It's the craziest thing to me.
And I just want to provide context because what Erica's saying, to those of you who think he's just being convicted or charged on these child pornography charges, what Erica is alluding to, or clearly speaking to, thank you for that, Erica, is way back in 2002, 2003. If you look at 2015 police reports, which I did when I covered this way back with CNN, there are details, confessions of his sisters, of a victim under 5, of a babysitter, of family members, of his parents, of himself confessing to these molestation charges. Well, guess what? He never really got justice because what had happened, the statute of limitations in Arkansas had ran up. So what did his father and mom do? Oh, they sent him to a ministry. And nothing against ministries. Let me tell you, my faith is very important to me, but this is slapping your faith right in the face when you send him under the guise of God to go get healed instead of being locked up behind bars to save other victims. To your point, Erica, he is a monster and he deserves to be behind bars for the rest of his damn life. Wow, that got really...
I'm glad you guys are passionate.
Speaking for all of us.
It's a good thing.
Okay.